Alright, what the fuck? That means YouTube haters, comedians, stick and fun. Oh, okay, it's not stick and tiny chat. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna post a video after this video that's just it's on, this video, and then it'll be part of this video, but the second half of this video, that I just made, and I forgot that it's what the fuck day, so I have to do the stupid what the fuck video. But, it was just a video about some shit happening. But, yeah, I just a little tiny cut on my finger, and it just won't stop bleeding. Just really, nothing. Absolutely, nothing going right lately. The last few hours, anyway. It's just not been a great few hours. Now I got like a cold or something. It's an allergy, I think, but whatever. It is, the picture fell over. Anyway, it's just, so anyway, yeah, so there's lots of shit happening, sort of, kind of, but I don't know. So Pierrot, is still navigating across the country, going to Maine for the weather, and such. I think it's, cops are after him or something. Why else do you go to Maine unless you're running from the police? So, but, hopefully he'll escape accountability for whatever crime he committed. And, so, I might see him a day or so. I don't know. I'm really not in the mood. We'll see what happens. Some other bullshit. But, yeah, it's just, there's just this distracting conversation with the human race. It's just so irritating. Everybody's a jerk. I don't really like too many people. I don't. Everybody's just, whatever. There's just no point. So I don't know. Is there any point in saying anything? They just end up being rude or obnoxious. I guess there's no point in saying anything because there's nothing to say. I just find so many of these commenters and the rest of it just stupid bullshit. I have to read some comments, I suppose, and find out why people are so full of shit. But it's just so surprising how many atheists are defending wishy-washy, mishy-mushy, pantheism bullshit and all this. God, you can't rely on anything. Nobody's flying any true flags, they're all disappointing hypocrites, and so anyway, that's sort of how I'm feeling about everything. So I guess that's probably, I don't know if there probably is something I need to report on, but Vonnie Girl was in the room last year, speaking of cuts and such. She cut the end of her finger off, and she just plays guitar and other instruments and such, and so that's not very convenient. It's just life. So, but she took it like a man, such. She wasn't a little pussy about it, so so it's nice seeing her, and there's other people. It's nice seeing them, whatnot. So, whatever. So the MP3, I suppose, will be in the links below somewhere, and the tiny chat thingy. And it really wasn't a bad night. It wasn't very funny, I suppose. I don't know what it was. It was just moved along, just did its thing. It was okay-ish. There's quite a lot of conversation about this whole value relativism thing, and trying to find some good way to explain to people that, there are invisible things that are real. You can't see them, you can't touch them, you can't poke them with something, but they're there in the arrangement. They're part of what's happening, And consciousness is one of those things, and feelings. You just can't deny them, right? You just can't. How could people do this? How did they sit there and contrive a perception that there's some way to discount the reality of a feeling. A feeling is happening. It screams at you, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Doesn't it do that? Like Horton Hears a Who or something? I mean, it's like, it just says it. I'm here, fucker. I'm a feeling. Here it is. I mean, how can you say it doesn't exist? How can you treat it as if it doesn't exist? It's just silly. Oh. But, I mean, what are you going to do? It's like talking to fucking big pile of elephant shit. There's just no point in talking to these people. Hopelessly brain dysfunctional. So anyway, that's about all I can do in terms of an editorial comment. Terminator over here. We've got old movie over here, Captain Blood. Yeah, Errol Flynn. He's having a bad hair day there. Yeah, I guess he's supposed to, but he's all imprisoned and such. So anyway, oh yeah, that's all I got. I think that's all I got. Yeah. So till the next time, and such. I don't need your opinion. Oh, yeah, video. Yeah, so one of those, one of them kind of not really usual videos. Yeah, an unusually unusual video. Cat poo. Yeah, it's so funny. As the snow melts, the cat poo is revealed. Cat. Where the hell's the cat? Santino. I mean, damn it! I just got another cut on my finger. Oh, there he is. You're in your house. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Yes. So, all right. So what's the story? See, look how fat he's gotten. Look at him. Look. Yeah, he's so much better. He's so much better. He's like himself again. Really, this cat was dead. This cat was as, you know, if you find an old video of him, he was just as feeble and he was done. Yeah, I had you already in the ground and buried. Yes, I did. You were buried. So, he lost one of his fangs, but he's, you know, he's got some claws and he's in the game again. Yes, he is. Anyway, sorry. This really isn't what the purpose of the video is. So anyway, it's one of those days where, you know, it's really nice that, okay, we were supposed to get like a foot of snow, and it's totally missing us. So, you know, 1 or 2 inches, no big deal. So really good news. Because, you know, there's still snow on the roofs, and it's just, you know, a foot of snow would have just been hideous and impossible. So, really good news. And, you know, the cat's doing good. Really good news. You know, I got a loaf of bread. You know, life was pretty good. All right, so anyway, so, you know, I got some other neighbors who, you know, are nice people and all. You know, damn, I'm bleeding. Yeah. And, you know, they got kids, right? So I was thinking about the kid thing just because, you know, Anaconda just announced his whatever, his insanity, and the skeptical heretic guy. And, you know, I was just thinking about, you know, even when it turns out right, you know, it's just such a mess, this whole kid thing. So anyway, there's these just really nice kids. You know, these people are kind of fucked up, and, you know, they're poor, and they got all kinds of problems, but they're just nice people, and the kid is nice, and, you know, it's autism, all kinds of weird shit, but I mean, you know, but it's the kind of thing where, you know, it's not, you know, it's kind of tough for kids living, being poor, being this, being that. Well, anyway, so the kids, you know, the house here is empty. I have some stuff stored in it, right? So I had some of my digital cameras stored in it, and they you know, decided to wander around, and they went in the house and, you know, stole some shit, and you know, they threw, you know, $500 worth of cameras into the basement that's, you know, got 2 feet of water in it. And whatever who knows what they were thinking, right? And they just kind of trashed some of my other stuff in the shed and this and that. And it's just, kid stuff, And it's like, they're not doing anything malicious. They just don't have any respect for this stuff. They think it's just somebody else's junk. They're not, they just don't care, whatever the thing is. But it's just that it's this idea. So you don't want to make too big a stink out of it. But you're saying, okay, kids will be kids. I was an asshole when I was a kid. It's being an asshole is not impossible to be. And so, but you're saying like there's no way to win here, right? Because these life lessons all suck. It sucks having to be, restrained by civilization. To want, especially when you're, a little poor or you're, emotionally not quite comfortable with life. You can't find your place in the world, and so you can be angry and uncomfortable, and you don't feel right in the world, and so that's why you do stupid stuff. It's because you're a kid and you don't feel right, and you're struggling. And you make a mistake, and then people are going to make you pay for the mistake, and it's just. But in some respects, how do you learn besides paying for it in a way too? So, So I mean, I think I handled it the right way. I mean, I let them know they were jerks, and said, it's good not to be a jerk. Don't be an asshole. The same thing I kind of preach. Oh, kitty, it's a little girl cat. Thummer's sister. She's a bit of a bitch. Yes, you are. There's, now that the other people are gone, I'm stuck with a couple extra cats to feed. So, another burden dumped on me. So, anyway, where was I? It's a really weird cat, an Angora. Like, it's one of those, really long-haired cats that's feral here too. But it's just, it's so wrong because it's the kind of cat that needs to be groomed. And so, by this time of the year in the winter, it starts looking, it's a mess. It's healthy, but it's just, it, needs somebody to groom it. But it's just not a peeper cat. So that ain't gonna happen. Anyway. So anyway, the moral of the story is just this idea that even kids you like, even good kids, are a pain in the ass. And it's just a pain in the ass even to think about it and to worry about it. And like I said, who wants to be measuring all the time, what the right response is? Are you doing the right thing? Are you going to help the kid or are you going to hurt the kid? Are you going to make the person a better person, or are you going to make the person a lesser person? And, we sort of have to deal with that on the internet in terms of, how we react to each other. Trying to keep things constructive rather than always destructive. But at the same time, we're people. We're still trying to, get a breath and to feel like we're alive and there's something to live for. I mean, you don't want to keep having to bite the bullet, so to speak, to keep accepting the litany of insult that is the nature of existence. The little murders that take place every day, and. So, anyway, it's just one of those. So, I guess that's the only thing I was getting out of it, was just that it seemed kind of coincidental, that the kid thing happens at the same time where the kid thing happens, and you're just, like I said, just thinking about, even when it goes right, like even when the kid's healthy, and, physically, and you've been lucky in a lot of ways, there's so much to navigate. I mean, it's not only about being lucky and psychologically lucky, and then you got to have this whole poverty thing. It gets really dangerous, and the whole hierarchy thing in the school, and all these obstacles, and it's just whoa. I mean, who needs all this goddamn stupid created? I mean, it's, you know, it's bad enough when you wake up and you're here and you're stuck here. But the whole idea of creating more of it, more drama, more opportunity for tragedy and sadness and struggle, you know, just struggling to get to the surface, to get a breath of air. I mean, it's just, you know, I guess that's what it was, sort of just bringing back some, you know, just the thought of it was just bringing back some of my own childhood. You know, I was going back to being a schizophrenic 9-year-old and just thinking about how brutally difficult those years were. And to sit there and sentence somebody else to that, to sit there and engage in this reckless, sloppy, asshole process of saying, go ahead, let's do it again, let's shove another kid under the water, and force him to struggle to get to the surface, and try to find a rowboat, and try to find some way to make a life out of this, in this sea of shit. I mean, man. For people not to have any appreciation, I just, what can I say? God, I hate you people. I can keep saying that. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, it was just bad luck, you know. If they would have, you know, if the basement didn't have water in it, things would have been okay, but, you know, just, you know, but it was just funny. They picked up, there's only 2 boxes down there where I have something of value, you know, and so they you know, everything's, you know, I mean, I can't sell this stuff, honestly, now without telling people that it was underwater. You know, even if I can get some of those cameras to work again. Just for nothing, right? For, you know, because some kid's struggling and is so distracted by their struggle that they can't figure out that they shouldn't be wandering around on property that isn't theirs, and they shouldn't be trashing other people's shit. But, you know, I was there, okay? I know that kid. I mean, I know what it is to be an asshole. So how can I pass judgment? How can I say that this isn't what you expect? And that's the tragedy of it. Like I said, it's really hard to escape life, you know, with your skin intact. And for these glib monsters not to have any, they just don't have any respect for that. They just don't. They don't have any fucking respect. They just arrogantly, piously say, I'm entitled. Just amazing. God. So anyway, just my day. I mean, you know, it's always, there's the ironies, you know. I mean, actually, you know, last night was an okay night in Tiny Chat, and I had a nice little sleep this morning, and I was feeling pretty good, you know, relaxed and comfortable. And it's just, you know, like I said, feeling good about the weather, and, you know, and just like, fuck. It's always something. See, that's the word. There's always something. It's coming for you. The train wreck is always a chugging, and it's coming for you. You know, these are just the little ones. You know, the little. You know, oh, it just got a few of my toes that time. Next time it'll be something more important. And, who wants to do this? Who wants to be dodging trains? You know, fuck it. Fuck you people and your optimism. You sadistic motherfuckers. That's all I got to say. You're the worst than the worst vandal on earth. Inconsiderate, rude, nasty fuckers. Playing with shit you got no business messing with. No business whatsoever playing God. You stupid asses. Anyway. Oh, Terminator. Yeah. I kill babies. That'd be good. Kill babies. That's a good idea, Terminator. Okay, anyway. Till next time.